Welcome again. Today we're going to be talking about the things, the other side of the narcissist when they're out of your sight. Okay. And, I've mentioned before that there's a duality and a lot of duplicity to narcissists. And narcissists are basically the definition of being two-faced, right? And most people, when they're interacting and dealing with them, get to know what I call the marketable version of the narcissist. The one that pretends to be nice, the one that pretends to be considerate, the one that pretends to love you, the one that pretends to have, morals and being loyal and all this stuff. And, you may have the typical arguments and clashes that happen in most relationships or friendships at some point, and you'll write it off as this is normal stuff that typically happens with people in interaction. But eventually, after a considerable amount of time, and interacting with the narcissist, you start to buy into the fake persona that was shown, or that the narcissist had shown to you, and you start to identify certain things that you've seen from them as a part of their personality, and mentally you slowly begin to adapt, then adjust, and then finally accept the false person that they are displaying to you, the fake character, right? A lot of you buy it hook, line, and sinker, because you believe, okay, this is what they're doing around you, so this must be what they are. But again, the narcissist has already studied you, and they know your likes, they know what you want to see, they know what you're looking for. It's like, kind of like, let's say you was going to buy a house, right? And someone was trying to get a short sale, quick little sale on the house, and they showed you this house. They just remodeled a lot of stuff, new cabinets, they put down new tile and stuff in the bathroom. I mean, house looking real good, and you're on the market looking for a house, and you're excited about the deal. Like, I like that house, and you go for it. You go ahead and close on it, and you move everything in. You shampoo all the carpet for, extra sanitary precautions. You put all your little decorations and ornaments, little trinkets up. Then you sitting back. You kick your feet up on the table. You take a little sip of coffee and looking outside, watching the snowflakes hit the window at least. Fireplace going. You got the fireplace lit, and you got that Strangers in the Night playing by Frank Sinatra in the background. Cozy as hell up in there. Everything's good, right? But fast forward 3 to 6 months later, you start noticing, issues in the house. Toilet keeps getting backed up. You find out you got plumbing problems. You start noticing, mold spots, and then you find out you got termites, and then you get the house inspected and all that, and then you realize that the foundation is even breached. The foundation's cracked. Now you pretty much have a worthless, property that's going to be hard to sell. But you went for it. You realize you got duped. You've been bamboozled, right? Really no different from how narcissists sell themselves to close the deal on a new primary supply, showing you all the one side, the marketable side of them while they're in your presence. But the moment you're not around, they're doing something completely contrary to what you would expect of them and from what they have showed you, at least from what they've shown you. And that's kind of how it is, you know. The narcissist has a lot of issues that they cover, right? And they keep out of your sight. They can be drug addictions, you know, all types of other stuff that you're not aware of. They keep out of your sight. And they have you buy into that fake character that they display to you. You know, many of them engage in reckless behavior and activities, you know, on the side a lot of times, you know, because you have to understand that their true nature is deeply embedded in debauchery and immoral acts, right? And if you think about it for a second, narcissists have no moral compass. Say that again. They have no moral compass. And if you really think about that, someone without a moral compass is apt or bound to do just about anything. You can't put nothing past them if you're not in their presence. Because, you know, anything that they have ever shown you was far from what they really are like in the first place. And narcissists, they're drawn to the things that are most taboo. They're drawn to that type of stuff. And many people I have talked to or had consultations with will say at times, you know, that their narcissist wouldn't be like that or they wouldn't do that. And my answer to them is always, how do you know for certain? You know, when the whole time you were being shown a fake representation of who they were in the first place. So everything you got to know based on what you thought was their character is nothing like them. You only saw one side, the marketable side of who they are. And that's the side that you put your trust in, that you know, begin to fall for and build a, you know, a kind of certain type of expectation off of a false, fake character. So at the end of the day, you don't know what they're really like. And the thing that is a known thing, narcissists have no moral compass. So if you just keep that in mind, that means a little bit of anything under the sun, when they don't have to continuously show you an image or a representation of what got them in the door with you, anything could be going on. Anything's fair game. And that's just how it is. That's the way it works. And so you would be naive and even foolish to expect that the narcissist would carry on outside of your presence in the way that they display or show themselves to you. Doesn't work like that. Not at all. Whenever they're out of your presence, you can be guaranteed, or you can guarantee at least, that they're doing something that, you know, would be revolving around something that would be immoral, inconsiderate. And that's pretty much what it is. That's how it goes. And so, with that being said, I hope that resonates, and that's something that you think about, and that you try to understand, at least, that what you saw, what you got to know, is nothing like who they really are. And that's the part that most have to let go and have the hardest time letting go, is the fact that they still are connected to the act of what they thought they were getting to know in that person. but that character was strictly customized for you. And that's why every source that a narcissist gets with, there's some sort of alteration of how they act. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the product that I've partnered up with, at least with Elon CBD products. And just a little disclaimer: this is not used to treat any medical condition that you may have or anything like that, or cure any medical condition that you may have. This is something as an alternative for those who have something, some slight stress at times, or you have some pain and joint pain and stuff like that. CBD oil can be a good product to use. They have the lotion, they have the oil that you can put in your tea. Helps calm you down, helps relax you, and it helps with pain a whole lot as well too. So I'll leave the link in the description box if you want to check that out. And you can also, first time purchases, get 20% off your purchase by mentioning ASSC Direct. All you have to do is put ASSC Direct in your checkout, and you'll get that 20% off. Anyway, till next time, everybody have a good day. Bye now.